Hey everyone, my name is theSirhc and welcome back to another episode here on the Colonies, my single player Let's Play series. We're back. It's been a little bit. I have not been feeling too well this week. Mainly a sore throat, which is not the best thing when you're supposed to be talking in these videos. In fact, it still kind of hurts. Mostly it just hurts to swallow right now. Anyways, we're back. And we're in the newest snapshot, 18W11A, which added some sunken ships and also a new type of zombie. I'm a little worried about it. Not super worried, but a little bit. I saw something over here. Okay, that was just a ruin. So we got some nice ruins here. Oh, there's the zombies. Which one's throwing stuff? Oh, there it is. There it is. We got a zombie with a trident. We need to outmaneuver him. There we go. Look at all of them. This is ridiculous. That's a lot. Ouch. Ugh. He's the only one that I'm really worried about because he can throw projectiles at me. And I believe you can get the trident off of those zombies. Not every time. It's kind of like any other mob that has a weapon or armor. There's just a chance to get that item. So it is possible now to get a trident in survival. I think that's the only way. I hope they add another way though, because that's not really an interesting way to do it. I think it'd be a lot more fun if it was some sort of buried treasure or something. But let's take care of these guys. Ooh, we got some gold there. So like right here, there's a trident just sticking in the ground, but I can't grab it. Ow! Was that you? Did you hit me? Maybe he got knocked back. That was weird. I've been boating around quite a bit. And it seems like these guys spawn really often, and it's not just around like ruins, which I hoped that it was. It seems like they spawn everywhere in the ocean, which can be kind of annoying that there's like no safe spot. Also, this is really crazy. Like this I'm fine with because here we're trying to get to this treasure in these ruins. It's fine that we're getting bombarded with mobs. It makes it more interesting. Also, I just saw that they use trapdoors in this sunken ship. That is awesome. Let's get rid of this guy. Oh, look at all of them just coming in after me. Okay, this might be a little bit ridiculous. That is cool. All right, let's get in here. And we got treasure. Curse of Vanishing. That's kind of lame. A bunch of paper. We did not get a sunken treasure map in this one, it looks like. I believe these, you can find the buried treasure maps. It's not always a guarantee, but I think it's the same ones that you can get in, oh, there's so many trident guys. It's the same ones you can get in the ruins. And my game just crashed, but we're fine now. I was able to load up the world and we're back to where we were. Also, I didn't realize, but we have a trident. I didn't even notice that. We got it off of, it looked like we got it off of a zombie that didn't have a trident in their hands. It was just a random one of these, so that's kind of interesting. They also seem to be dropping gold bars a bit more frequently than other zombies. And another game crash. Yeah, I think those drowned. They keep crashing my game. I had it happen before when I was back working on the village before I started the episode. So I just downgraded to 18W10D. Which got rid of the drowned because they're not in this snapshot, but we still have the sunken ship here since we've already loaded it in, and we've got this trident, which I think we can throw. Can I just kill, what about squid? Can I kill squid? Oh, I killed the fish. So then we can go pick it up, I think, hopefully. Where did it go? It would have gotten thrown through here, or did it get stopped by the fish? Ah, there it is. Okay, it did get stopped by the fish. It kind of looked like it went through it, but maybe not. So that's pretty neat. And there's different enchants you can get on this to make it come back and do other things. Before I started recording, I actually scoped out where a couple of these were because I wanted to see a couple of different shapes or different ways that they looked. So we got another one here we can check out, and this time we don't have any drowned zombies coming after us. Looks like, oh, there's some weird things happening with the water there. I also like that they've incorporated stairs, so they're actually using some of the new building stuff you can do, and that one's empty. I wonder if they're going to be empty in this snapshot because they weren't generated or loaded. Oh, well, that's disappointing. Since I didn't open them in the last snapshot, I guess the loot tables are no longer there, I'm assuming is what happened. Well, that's kind of disappointing. But I think the loot is pretty comparable to what you find in the ruins. Or maybe a little bit better than what you find in the ruins. And then you can find the buried treasure maps, which I'm pretty sure are the same ones that you find in the ruins. They'll lead you to buried treasure on the islands. Now that we actually have a trident, we need to play around with this thing. And to start off, let's get this thing enchanted, see what we got. Loyalty 3. Oh, that's nice. So that's the one that makes it come back to you. Oh, I need 30 levels. Okay, I can get that easily. There's also impaling, which is basically like strength or power. It just makes it better, I believe. I think there's a third one called like channeling or something, which I don't know what that does. And level 30. Fantastic. Let's get over here, grab some lapis, and get our enchanting on. So I did some research while I was waiting there, and oh, that's kind of disappointing to see the different enchants. There is Loyalty 3, which we have here, which makes the trident come back to us, which we can try out right now. Oh, that is awesome. And basically the different levels make it come back faster. So like Loyalty 1 will come back. It'll come back, but it'll come back much slower than that. There's also impaling, like I said, which isn't just like adding strength to a sword. It only affects aquatic mobs like squids and fish and guardians, and now I'm assuming drowned zombies as well. You also have Riptide, which looks really awesome. That one will make you kind of get propelled forward when you throw your trident, but it only works underwater or when it's raining. But that could be pretty cool. Once we get Elytra, you could throw your trident up in the air and you know, get pulled towards it. Also, I'm kind of curious. Okay, that does come back to me. I was kind of curious about that. So that could be really cool. It does kind of stink that it has to be wet around for that to work, but still could be very useful. And then there is, sorry, did I say that was channeling? Or did I say Riptide? That was Riptide. Channeling creates a lightning bolt. It hits whatever you attack with a lightning bolt. Again, only when there's a thunderstorm. I think it needs to even be a thunderstorm, not just rain. So let's add some unbreaking on this thing. I don't have any of the other enchants on the books, so this is all that we can really add to this. But that'll be pretty nice. We can use that as a weapon now. We could see if we get one of them. There's impaling. Actually, do I have aqua affinity? Because I'm going to need that pretty soon. I do have some aqua affinity. Alright, we'll just leave that as it is then. Take this, you stupid spider. I missed. Take this, you stupid spider. Haha. Alright, how many hits does it actually take to... Oh, 2. Okay, that's not too bad. Is there anything else around here that we can attack? Ah, let's see how far we can actually throw this thing. I think I went too high. Man, without loyalty, this thing would be awful. Having to actually run over there and grab it. So we hit him once. Hit him twice. And now he's on the move. Hit him 3 times. Okay, that's not too bad. We do have an armored skeleton. I'm sure that thing will be a little bit more difficult. But I like the fact that they don't know where I am. I kind of missed there. Oh, this loyalty. Yeah, that is like needed if you're going to use a trident. Boom. Oh, wow, that actually didn't take too many more hits. I wasn't quite counting, but it couldn't. I don't think it was more than 4 hits. So that is pretty nice. I think this might be my my main. Oh, that was a 1 hit on a cow. That is really good. What does it say for attack damage is 9 compared to my sword, which is 9.5 with sharpness 4. I like it. I like the trident. Oh, creeper, you're gonna get it. Ha! And I miss. And ha! Oh, come on. Gonna take another hit here. There we go. Fantastic. If I could make it more powerful, that'd be great. But sadly, you can only really make it more powerful against aquatic mobs. And I think that is enough of the snapshot stuff for this episode. We need to, how about we get some work done? That'd be nice for a change to actually get some work done here at the village. So that's what we're going to do. I've been doing a bit more work off camera, kind of finalizing some of the terraforming and figuring out exactly where the roads are going to go. I've also, the big thing is I've marked out where a couple of rivers are going to be. So we're going to have some water coming through here. I figured that we really needed something to kind of cut through the land. And also we had this area that I wanted to put a pool in anyways. So I decided we're going to have a river going off from the top of the mountain, off this way and off the other side. So we'll check those out. This one, we're going to have like a waterfall kind of coming down this corner here into this little lake pond thing. And then you can kind of see it coming through here. It is a little bit hard to make out. I didn't obviously like finish the river or terraform it at all. I just sort of marked where it's going to go, but it's going to cut through this side over here, and then it's going to end up going into the ocean right here where we have the sand. So I'll cut that back a bit and it'll kind of be pouring out into the water there. And then we have a river on the other side. So I think this one is going to be coming down from right around there, and I'll have to do some digging out of this area, but the waterfall is going to kind of come down here and maybe come down on either side. In there, we'll have maybe a little bit of a spire in the middle where the water is going around. It'll collect here in this lake or basin, and then it'll make its way to the ocean over there. So that should be pretty neat. I think that'll work out nicely. We'll get some nice, some terrain differentiation, I guess, something to kind of cut up the terrain. We'll have some water in there. We'll be able to make some bridges across. That should work out pretty well. Now it's time to come in here and actually start marking out where we're going to put some houses and where the fields are going to be. So we're going to have a house kind of right here by the crossroads, and I want to give enough space for the actual road. So maybe we'll start it like right here. And I honestly don't know how big to make these. And it's going to take a while to actually like plan out a proper house. How big is that? That seems like a good size. If we just do 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this could work for a house shape here. It'd be kind of boring, but that would be fine. We don't need any like super big houses like that one, but I think this would work. So we're gonna have a house here. Back here, I'm gonna put a chicken coop, and actually this place looks a lot bigger than it did before, so we might have to have something else here to sort of fill up the space. Maybe we'll put a little bit of a field, but we're gonna work on that later because I want to do some fancy redstoning too with the chicken coops and the chicken pen. And then we're gonna have a house over on that island. I don't really need to mark that out because it's gonna be pretty much the only thing on the island, so nothing else is gonna get in the way. We're gonna have a house right over here somewhere, and it's gonna be kind of on this little area. So let's do maybe right here. And I think for right now we're gonna just do a 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe 7 by 11 would work. Stupid dandelions, get out of here. Nobody likes you. All right. So something like that could be fine. And I might need to adjust these sizes when I actually get to building the homes. And I'll probably vary them a little bit. Get out of here, grass. There's so much of you. I don't want you here. Can't you see you're not wanted? All right. So we got that house, and then I think the only other house on this side of the island, on the southern side, is going to be back here. And this one might be a little bit bigger of a house. We'll do, this is a big space. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do a nice 9 by 13, or maybe we make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe make it an L shape going that way. If we move this back here, get rid of this, move this one the same distance over here. Actually, I want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that. And then we'll bring this out to here, I think. And where those meet up is right there. And then we can make a section kind of like our house up there. Make a section come off of here. That's 4 over. I think we want to go 5. And then bring this over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. I think that's pretty similar to what my house is up there. Kind of the same shape, but that'd be kind of interesting. And then we'll have the road coming right to here. And then it can go inside right there. And now we can start marking out some of these fields. So basically fields are going to go everywhere where there isn't a house or a road. And we're going to kind of break up this area as best as we can. And I'm going to use kind of the terrain to figure out how this is going to go. So like here, I think we'll just follow the terrain here and then bring this out onto here. I don't think we really want to go any farther than that. Although maybe I'll bring this down. Maybe we'll go like this and then just follow the terrain right through here. And we'll make a nice cobble wall. I think we're gonna surround all of our farms with the cobble walls, a mixture of stairs, slabs, cobblestone, and the actual cobblestone wall blocks. So we'll do something like that. This is maybe a little bit too flat. I can adjust that later, do some fine tuning. And then we'll make this kind of come up to here. And let's see, actually, let's bring this up a little bit farther because I want to match this right to there. So then the road will be going right along this wall and where this field is going to start. And there we go. We got our first 2 farms marked out. Don't know what will go here yet, but they are outlined. So I didn't want a huge field right here. I don't want any of them to be super big, although these will probably be some of the bigger ones that we have. So I divided it in 2 and put a little path down the middle. This will be a not very used path, but maybe we'll have this kind of go down to the shore here or something. I'm not entirely sure. I just wanted 2 different farm plots in here. I've gone through and marked out all of the farms here on the island. So we have a bunch of cobblestone outlines. Everything's pretty much planned out. I marked out where some of the houses are going to go as well. And everything is looking pretty nice. I got a comment a few episodes ago saying that I should go check out Fwip's series and his farming village that he did in his single player building series, which I have been watching for a little while now, ever since he is a fellow member on the Decidedly Vanilla server, and he is an amazing builder. His single player series is really awesome and really inspiring. In his farming village, he had a bunch of kind of smaller farms broken up with walls around them, kind of like what I'm doing here, which is where I have drawn some inspiration from. And one thing that he did that the commenter suggested I do is he made a lot of very aesthetic farms. Like one of them was kind of a dead field where things weren't growing and like it was just dirt and some little bits of grass, or maybe just an unused field. One of them was like a wheat field that had been harvested, so it was a bunch of hay bales kind of strewn about. And then he did like I think he did some sort of like a vineyard patch, I guess, like a grape patch or a berry patch. I don't remember what it was, but he did like rows of, I think, rose bushes, and it was really cool. And it was a lot more crops and a lot more plants than Minecraft actually has. I think for me though, I'm a bit more of a practical builder, and I kind of want this to be a very practical farm, one that I can actually come and use and harvest and get crops from. So I'm not going to do anything like that. These are just going to be plain Minecraft crops, which we do have. I think 6 of them, unless I missed any. We got wheat, potatoes, carrots, beetroot, and then we have pumpkins and melons. So I think we're just going to utilize those crops. But anyways, obviously these cobblestone walls are not going to do. One thing we need to do is make these look a little bit better, and the way I'm going to do that is just mix in some cobblestone stairs, some cobblestone walls, which I don't know exactly how we're going to do this, but we're just going to make this look kind of messy. by doing stuff like this. And actually, I might even just be taking down a lot of this and redoing it. Might mix in some mossy cobble, which means I'll have to go and get some vines and start a farm over here, because I don't have any of that yet. But basically, we're going to make this look a little bit messier. We can incorporate some slabs as well to make these look a little bit taller in areas. I would like to be able to jump over in most areas, though, so that we can just get to the farm very easily. Although there will be gates as well. Like we'll leave an opening in here somewhere to get into the farm. So I don't know, we'll have something like that, kind of a real messy cobble wall. I might have to refine the design a little bit, but that's just something I threw together real quickly. But before we get to detailing the walls too much, I do want to get this stuff growing. I want to get these crops started because we have to spread a lot of crops. This is a lot of area to cover, and so we need it to start growing. And then as we're building, we can come back here and harvest every once in a while and start filling these farms up. So to do that, first off, we need to hydrate the farms. And I'm just going to stick water every once in a while. So like here, we want it to reach as much as possible. So we'll start kind of right here. So this will be the corner of where it needs to reach. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right here, we should be able to stick a water source. And I think what I'm going to do, I think this will look pretty interesting, is if we use the dark oak stairs as just like a little water puddle instead of having a full square of water there or having a trapdoor hiding it. I think this will be a pretty interesting way to do it. And then that water will hydrate all the way out to here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, all the way out to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So I'll keep all that hydrated. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Can just hoe all this up. And I did make a nice diamond hoe. I'm sure we'll be using a couple of those while we do this. But all of that should be hydrated and ready to plant. So then I just need to go find another spot to put the next one, which would probably be 1, 2, 3, 4. Be right there. So we'll stick it maybe right here. So if we put some water down there, then we can hoe up 1, 2, 3, 4 out to here, and that should work pretty nicely. And then all of this can get tilled up. Let's see, yep, right to there. And it took about 4 diamond hoes, but we now have our fields in place. Aren't they beautiful? Actually, let's hop into... Oh, I got an achievement. We got the serious dedication, completely use up a diamond hoe. I was going to try and do it on camera, but I accidentally broke my hoe, so that didn't work out very well. But let's hop into spectator mode so we can get a nice overview look of our fields, and I think they look fantastic. Oh, that is gonna look amazing once we get those crops in there. They get all grown up. We get all the paths in there. That is gonna look beautiful. So we got this section here. We got a section over here. Now you'll notice one of these is not tilled up, and that's because that is going to be an animal pen. I've kind of figured out what everything's going to be here. So we got the wheat here. This one is potatoes. Then we got the carrots in this field. Beetroots are going to go here. Pumpkins are going to go here, which I do have some pumpkin seeds, but actually I want to get some podzol in there, and that means I either need to get a silk touch pick, or I suppose I could just grow some large spruce trees in there to get some podzol growing. But I want a nice dark brown dirt block that the pumpkins can grow on. Obviously, we'll have to keep some of the tilled soil wherever we plant the pumpkin seeds, but everything else is going to turn into dirt, and I don't want light colored dirt because it will contrast a lot. I want to keep this nice dark brown color, and podzol will do that for us. So I want to replace a bunch of that with podzol, and then we're going to have some pigs over here in this pen. Over here, obviously, I have a wheat field here. I had enough seeds just from breaking all the grass around here and from previous growings of wheat to cover or to fill up that field, this one, and then I filled up a little bit of a wheat field over there. But anyways, we got the wheat field on this big one here. This one's going to be carrots. This one is going to be pumpkins, potatoes here, beets. Beets are usually the smallest one because I don't use them ever. And then this one is going to be melons, and I think that's the only melon patch on this island. Each side has 6 plots, and since there's 6 types of plants, this one has all 6 of them, but that one has pigs, so I got rid of the melons. And then this one is going to have cows in this plot, so again, there's no melons over here. But we got the wheat, beetroots in the smallest one. This one is potatoes, I think. Yep, and then carrots, and then this one is going to be the pumpkins. But yeah, I think that is looking pretty freaking awesome. Still a lot of work to do around here with finishing up all the cobble walls and getting the paths in, building houses. But it'll be nice to start getting these crops growing so I can start spreading them and filling up these fields. And I'll have to make sure to get these other plots ready. I don't have any beet seeds over here, but I do have some back at Starter Island, so I can get those grown here. And like I said, I'll have to get some podzol grown in the pumpkin and melon patches. But that is all we're going to do today. Let's end off the episode with our comment, which says, "Rip Boat Pig. So nice to see someone else. That has to," I think I did typo there, "that has to mow the grass before planting and building. I can't stand working when there's grass everywhere. I add it back with bone meal in certain areas after I finish building, but always get rid of it to begin with. This update is going to change MC so much. I've stopped playing in the snapshots for a while just so I can experience it all once the update is actually released. Saying that though, looking at the coral, it's pretty tempting to dive back in." Ha, nice one. And that was from Summer Gaming, so thank you for that comment. Yeah, as I said before, I need to get rid of all the grass. Usually if I do like a large scale build like this, I need to get rid of all the grass, all the trees, all the flowers, and then I need to go through and shape the land because Minecraft, like natural generation, it's just so choppy everywhere. You get caves and holes and puddles, and I need to clean it up and have a nice clean blank slate that I can then go back in and start building. And then at the end we'll add some grass back and we'll add some trees, but it needs to be just in certain areas. It needs to be where I want it. As for the update, yes, it looks awesome. I love playing in the snapshots just because I love playing around with those new features before everyone else does. Haha. Plus it makes good content here on the channel. And as for the boat pig, Rip Boat Pig, our pig died. It must have been last episode then. When we were out looking at the buried treasure, it just like suffocated in the wall. It was weird. And I wasn't too concerned because that actually wasn't the original pig. The original pig, I had my boat over here on the shore, and before I recorded that episode, I was playing around in the snapshot, getting work done here, and I came over to this boat twice, and the boat was sunken, and both times, like, the first time the pig was gone, and then I saw a nearby pig. It wasn't the same pig, but I just pushed it into the boat, and then I went off on a journey or went to go get something, came back. Later on, I found the boat sunken again, and the pig was gone. So I was really confused as to what was happening. Well, good news. I thought our original pig was dead. It just disappeared or died somehow in the boat. But there he is. I was thinking it was one up there, but no, here he is. Made his way all the way up the mountain. This is the original pig because it was named Potato, and I don't have any more name tags. I used them all up when we got the Ninja Turtles and the Phantom. So he's still alive. Woohoo! He escaped certain death. I'm a little afraid of putting him in the boat now, but maybe we will have to get him back in there so we can have our companion back. Although I guess we are still in the same snapshot where that happened, where our boat kept sinking and the other pig did suffocate in the blocks. We saw the pork chops. So I might have to wait to get our boat companion back, but it's nice that he is alive and well here on the island. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed another episode here on the Colonies. We'll see you next time, and goodbye, folks.